Hi folks, welcome back to the Amazing Education Station. It's the information that you need to know. It's really not about the video. Yeah, because the video is terrible. It's going to be boring. But the information is so good. And it's what's going to benefit you. That's why it's what you need to know, but it's not about the video. Also, it's not financial advice because only financial advisors are legally allowed to give financial advice. However, it will be financial education. It's what benefits you. Here's a quick thought. When you're thinking about sugar, do you ever notice how healthier people, they separate walking and other activities from, say, drinking big soda and snacking while they walk? Yeah, unhealthy people are going to be walking around with a drink and snacking. Even sometimes when they're walking into a grocery store, they're drinking away, snacking. They're not taking the time to care for their body. They're pumping themselves up with sugar like soda, which also usually has caffeine, and also maybe coffee, alcohol, or some other substances, so that they can maybe get more done in the short term. But what does that really do to their health and their feelings? They're not going to be feeling good. No way. So separate that. If you don't have enough time to have a drink sitting down and relaxing, you need to really change your lifestyle. And also, you shouldn't be drinking any calorie drinks, truly. Most of the time, maybe some dairy that has the calcium that you need, that could be fine, but you should be eating fruit and other things if you need something sweet. Sweet drinks, American population doesn't need sweet drinks. We're not healthy enough to have sweet drinks. It's not good, and it contributes to the obesity and overweight problems that Americans have, which leads to diabetes. Yes, so cut out those sweet drinks, the coffee drinks and caffeine and other things. Be a lot healthier. So this is going to benefit you, but it's not medical advice. I'm also not a doctor, not a lawyer. Okay, but I'm a master educator with usually an IQ over 120. So now, the topic for today, you're thinking, what's the topic? Well, topic for today is how to get your rental place repaired when maybe the renters there, the tenants that are living on the property, they don't want repairs done. They're too busy, they don't want the noise. Yeah. So what do you do? Well, one way is to appeal to sort of higher values, so to speak, that, we need to keep the property in good condition for people in the future, or other people besides just yourself. And so point out, other people, maybe you can put up with this problem, but visitors or other people in the future might not be able to handle whatever needs being repaired. For example, I'll give you a real life example. There's a door lock which is difficult to lock and unlock. There's something with the mechanism. Maybe it has dirt, or it's just very old. It's definitely more than 20 years old. Maybe it hasn't been treated well, and the people that live in the house, in a rental house, they are putting up with it, and they're not even wanting it to be fixed. But it's so-called very hard to use, and it's the main door. So that means because they don't want it fixed, whoever moves in next is going to have the same problem unless it's repaired in a few minutes or hours between one person moving out and the next moving in. And yeah, it could be repaired soon, but it should be repaired before the people that maybe even caused the problem, maybe before they leave. So just, you could point out, if you have a situation like this, well, older people that may have, or maybe somebody with a disability, but an older person with less strength or less ability might have problems dealing with this. Or for example, like a problem with the stairs. Maybe there's something broken in the concrete sidewalk, or there could be like a window that's hard to open and close, something like that. So you could point out other people might not have the strength or the ability to handle this. Maybe children, they need to be able to open and close a window or walk on a sidewalk, but maybe it's not safe for them, or it's not possible. So anyway, you have to consider that. Consider it. And if you point it out to the people that are living there, renting, and they don't want any repairs done, well, you have to wonder why. They may be just too busy, overwhelmed, and you can offer to have somebody else do the work. That's another way that you can get the repairs done. It's like, look, you don't have to handle this. I'll have somebody else do it. Don't worry. It's completely no problem. And they could be concerned about COVID, or concerned about their property, and they don't want workers there. That's true. And then you could also appeal to the fact that they don't have a right to refuse repairs. Point out your rights. Maybe that, as an owner, you have a right to maintain your property for others, so that it's in good condition and good working condition. So those are possible appeals. Now, there's a negative, which is they don't have the right to stop you. It sounds much better if you put it in a positive way, that you have the right to do it. When you say it that way, it means nobody can stop necessary repairs, or even any repairs that you want to do. And we do have the situation, it's still 2022 with COVID pandemic, and there will always be possible viruses that people don't want to be exposed to. And you could say, we can do it when you're not there, with some supervised repair person. And so it could be the property manager or the owner, which might be you, that could supervise everything and make sure it's sanitized, so there's no risk of infection and all that. So there might be other reasons that you have to consider about why the tenants don't want the repairs or improvements, whatever. So improvements are a completely different subject, because if you're doing renovations or other improvements and they don't want them, well, that's more complicated. It could be really inconveniencing them to do extensive renovations and improvements. So, and even certain repairs could be an inconvenience that you might offer to compensate them for, or say, well, then I'm not going to renew the lease if you refuse to have this repair done, if it makes it very less livable. And so, like, if you think your property is going to be damaged because a certain repair is not done, then you might just say, okay, well, lease won't be renewed, so you'll have to leave at a certain date. And that you might have to be waiting many months before you can have them move out, unless it's month to month. But anyway, so you gotta consider that. And if you put in your lease that the owner or property manager has the right to do repairs as needed, and if they don't, it would be cause for the lease to be violated or invalid or void, whatever. And so, in other words, they would face eviction if they didn't allow repairs. So that would be a provision to put in the lease, along with things like no growing illegal substances, or no having illegal pets, or if you don't want them to be subletting or getting money from people to live on the property, you might also put that into the lease. Okay, well, hope these ideas help. Please like, thumbs up, and subscribe. Take care. Watch the other videos. It's really going to benefit the world and you. Take care. Thanks.